We all crave that deep, heart-thumping, can't live without them kind of love. But what if I told you that some of our deeply held beliefs about love are actually love blockers? We're diving deep into the 20 love blockers, those often unspoken expectations that can stunt our relationship growth. Get ready to challenge some long-held beliefs and embrace vulnerability as we uncover the path to healthier, more fulfilling relationships. Let's be honest, wouldn't it be amazing if our partners could just read our minds? Imagine they'd magically know when we need a hug or a listening ear. But here's the catch. Expecting our partners to be mind readers is a recipe for disaster. It sets them up to fail and leaves us feeling unseen and unheard. Letting go of the mind-reading myth is about embracing authenticity in our relationships. It's about showing up as our true selves, communicating our needs with kindness and clarity. Cue the romantic music and sweeping declarations of love. We've been fed a steady diet of romantic comedies and love songs that tell us our partner is responsible for our happiness. But what happens when we buy into this belief? We give away our power. True happiness, the kind that lasts, comes from within. It's about cultivating self-love, pursuing our passions, and building a life that brings us joy, regardless of our relationship status. When we're grounded in our own happiness, we bring our best selves to our relationships. Let's face it, disagreements are inevitable in any relationship. But somewhere along the way, we got the idea that arguing is a sign of a failing relationship. Healthy conflict is about being willing to listen with open hearts and minds, even when it's hard. It's about approaching disagreements as opportunities for growth and deeper understanding. We've all done it, swiped right on someone with the thought they'd be perfect, if only they changed, insert annoying habit or personality trait here. But here's the thing about fixing people, it never works. Entering a relationship with a mental checklist of all the things we want to change about the other person is a recipe for resentment and frustration. It's about accepting our partners for who they are, flaws and all. True love thrives when we embrace our partner's wholeness, the good, the bad, and the perfectly imperfect. Jealousy. It's a powerful emotion that can rear its ugly head in even the strongest relationships. But the truth is, jealousy is often rooted in insecurity and fear, not love. When we let jealousy take root, it can quickly poison the well of our relationships. Building a foundation of trust and open communication is essential for combating jealousy. And when doubts creep in, it's about having the courage to talk about them openly and honestly. There's a dangerous misconception that our partners should be our everything, our best friend, our confidant, our therapist, our travel buddy, and the list goes on. While it's beautiful to share our lives with someone we love, expecting them to fulfill all our needs is a surefire way to put a strain on the relationship. Cultivating a fulfilling life outside of our romantic relationships is crucial. This means nurturing our friendships, pursuing our hobbies, and engaging in activities that bring us joy and a sense of purpose. Raise your hand if you've ever fallen head over heels in love and thought, this is it! We'll never argue, we'll always be happy, and life will be a blissful fairy tale. Yeah, me too. But here's the thing about fairy tales, they're not real. Real love isn't always fireworks and grand gestures. It's about showing up for each other, even when it's hard. It's about choosing to love each other, even when we're feeling frustrated, exhausted, or just plain grumpy. In a world that constantly celebrates togetherness, the idea of needing alone time in a relationship can feel almost counterintuitive. Here's a truth bomb. Wanting alone time doesn't mean you love your partner any less. Embracing alone time allows us to recharge, reconnect with ourselves, and return to the relationship feeling refreshed and energized. It's about creating space for personal growth and recognizing that our individuality is what makes our relationship so special. We often place immense pressure on our partners to make us feel loved, worthy, and admired. But what happens when we make our partners solely responsible for our emotional well-being? Here's the catch. We can't expect our partners to give us something we're not willing to give ourselves. True self-love is the foundation for healthy, fulfilling relationships. When we love and accept ourselves fully, flaws and all, we no longer seek external validation to feel worthy. Real love versus rom-coms. Why comparison kills connection. We live in a world saturated with romanticized portrayals of love. Comparing our real-life relationships to fictionalized versions sets us up for disappointment. Real love isn't about grand gestures or perfectly timed kisses in the rain. It's about navigating the ups and downs of life together. Agree to disagree: the power of different opinions. While shared values and interests are important, expecting our partners to be our clones is a recipe for a pretty boring relationship. Embracing our differences, even celebrating them, is what keeps relationships interesting and allows for growth. Disagreements, when handled with respect and an open mind, can lead to deeper understanding and a stronger foundation for the relationship. Love isn't therapy. Taking responsibility for our own baggage. Expecting our partners to fix us or heal our emotional wounds is an unfair burden to place on them. It's about recognizing that we are all works in progress, carrying our own unique set of experiences and baggage. Seeking professional help, engaging in self-reflection, and taking ownership of our personal growth are crucial steps towards building healthy, fulfilling relationships. When we fall in love, it's natural to want to spend every waking moment with our partners. But what happens when we prioritize the relationship to the point where we neglect our own needs, goals, and aspirations? Here's the truth. Maintaining a healthy sense of self is crucial for the long-term health of any relationship. Encouraging our partners to pursue their passions, spend time with their friends, and engage in activities that bring them joy is not selfish. It's an act of love. We often associate closeness in relationships with constant physical and emotional proximity. But just as plants need space to grow, relationships need space to thrive. Personal space isn't about creating distance. It's about allowing each partner to breathe, recharge, and connect with their own thoughts, feelings, and needs. Respecting our partner's need for personal space, even if it means missing them, is a sign of trust and security in the relationship. In-laws. Those extra branches on the family tree that come with their own set of expectations, dynamics, and occasional headaches. Building relationships with extended family takes time, effort, and a whole lot of patience. Instead of trying to force instant connections, focus on building genuine relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. Be open to learning about their traditions, their values, and their stories. In the early stages of love, it's all about butterflies, late-night adventures, and that intoxicating feeling of new love. But as relationships mature, the initial spark inevitably settles into a more comfortable, familiar rhythm. Real love isn't always about fireworks and grand gestures. It's about finding magic in the mundane. It's about appreciating the quiet moments of connection, the shared laughter over inside jokes, and the comforting predictability of knowing someone better than you know yourself. Remember that mind-reading myth we debunked earlier? It rears its ugly head again when it comes to comfort and support. We often expect our partners to instinctively know how to comfort us when we're feeling down. Just as our partners can't read our minds, they can't always decode our emotional needs, especially when we're not communicating them clearly. Clear communication is crucial, especially when it comes to comfort and support. Attraction in a relationship. Navigating the reality of other crushes. It's natural to find other people attractive, even when we're in a committed relationship. Attraction is a normal, healthy human experience. The key is how we choose to act on those feelings. Honesty and open communication are crucial when it comes to navigating these potentially tricky waters. Complete on your own, finding wholeness within, not through another. We've all heard the saying, "You complete me." But what if this belief, while seemingly romantic, is actually setting us up for unhealthy codependency? Here's the truth. We are all whole and complete on our own. When we embrace our own wholeness, we bring our best selves to our relationships. Love's boundaries. Redefining unconditional love in real life. We often equate love with the absence of boundaries, with unwavering acceptance no matter what. But the truth is, healthy relationships thrive within the container of clear, compassionate boundaries. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect and a way to protect the well-being of the relationship. Courageous love, embracing vulnerability for deeper connection. We've challenged some long-held beliefs about love, explored the power of vulnerability, and uncovered the importance of clear communication, self-love, and healthy boundaries. When we choose to love bravely, we open ourselves up to a level of intimacy, connection, and fulfillment that most people only dream of. So go forth, love courageously, and watch your relationships blossom.